flow. We are vibing. We are dancing. We are chilling. Hey, yeah. Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where I have a Kennedy invasion. Hi. Hi, everybody.
Where
Yeah.
the Kennedy is piping hot.
Where my Kennedy is piping hot. This is my niece Kennedy. And yeah, she might be popping in from time to time and loud in the background. So anytime that happens, Kennedy invasion will happen, you know. But yes, I am Lana, your resident diva. And I have an audience, so that's my nephew there. um, where I love to get the tea, spill the tea, and give the tea. Today I am drinking out of. I went to my favorite gas station of all time. Sorry about the Kennedy invasion still. And I got me a extra large Polar Pop today.
As you do.
Because it's been that kind of day, people.
Uh-huh.
It's been that kind of day. So
Yes. And I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here with, as always, G Fuel, because caffeine. Because it's also been a day. Episode 5, Survivor 42. Another episode where everything and nothing happen all at once. It's joyous and lovely and joyous, and someone else went home.
yeah, that's usually what happens. I mean, you know, we watch Survivor, people do some stuff, they talk about some things, they play something, and then they vote somebody out. That's just.
And I'll say at the top, I think both of us are very happy with how this episode ended up.
Oh yeah. I like to say karma comes back to bite people. When you do clown things, clownery.
When you do clownery.
Yes. You clown. When you do clownery, things come back and haunt you. So yes, this person is the clown, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, let's talk about it.
Yes, we start this episode. We go back to the good old Ikawang tribe as we do because they just voted out Swati, and I'm still sad.
I'm still a little sad about that.
And Roxroy is upset because he was not clued in on this vote. And he's mad. And then Tori gets mad because he's mad.
Yeah. I mean, Tori is like, look, because Roxroy is kind of be like, this strong, we just need to stay strong. Because after he gets over the fact that he wasn't included in the vote, he's like, but you know what? I'm glad you did it that way. It's fine. We could just be a strong 4 from this point out, and it'll be done. It's cool. And everybody's like, yeah, it was great. And Tori's like, yeah. And then rolls her eyes like, there's no way I'm going to do that. I'm not sticking with Roxroy. I don't want to play with Roxroy. There's nothing that will make me want to play with Roxroy. So I'm just going to sit here, bite my tongue. But the second I can switch and flip it up, I'm getting rid of Roxroy. And you know what? I can't even be that mad at Tori for feeling the way she feels about it because Roxroy is rubbing people the wrong way. I know for me, if I was on that tribe, Roxroy would rub me the wrong way. I'd be like, bruh, seriously, you're doing too much. Like I said, he talks down to them because he's a stay-at-home dad, and he's so used to talking to children that he's talking to adults like they're his children. And it's like he's not even realizing he's doing it, and nobody's calling him on it but Drea at one time, and he ain't listened. He just did not listen. So I'm not really that mad at Tori for feeling the way she feels. I'm just like, I understand. I get it. But
I still don't love her, but
no, I don't.
I get it.
I don't want to. I ain't finna jump up and be like Tori, standing Tori at all. But I understand.
Totally. Yeah, we'll talk about it at the end because I want to at the end. I want to talk about things going into a certain thing that we get to talk about next week that I'm very excited about. Mm-hmm. But we pop over to Vati for a second, and Daniel just goes ahead and volunteers to go spearfishing
with the dislocated shoulder.
sir, didn't you just have your shoulder relocated about 9 days ago?
Yep, but he can
I'm
go.
sorry.
He can go swimming. He can go swimming and spearfishing. He ain't catch nothing, but he was out there for a very long time, according to his tribe mates. High was the one that's like, he can't do no physical challenges, but he could do spearfishing.
That's suspicious.
That's weird. I mean, what are we doing here, sir? What's really happening?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Hello?
What? High, literally, because high is an icon.
Literally high. But literally. Yeah, that's what he's doing. And so everybody's questioning. High's talking to Chanel and Lydia, and they're like, that's weird. That's suspicious that this man could just go spearfishing. And when he comes in, he's like, oh, it's so wonderful out there. It's so therapeutic. It feels so great to be out in the water. And they're like,
I do believe that, though, honestly.
I do. But see, this is the thing. If he just went out for a swim, that's fine because water is very right.
Just float.
Water is very low impact, and even if you do a little, swimming of the arms, that's very low impact and good for healing muscles and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's the spearfishing part for me because
it's
now
actively swimming and spearfishing.
You have to swim and then go whop and whop
with an arm that is connected to a shoulder that you just got relocated 9 days ago. I'm sorry.
Just saying. Wow. But yeah, they call him on it. Well, they don't call him on it. They talk about it amongst themselves.
They note it. They put it in their pocket for later on. We'll talk about that later on. We then popped back. I think we popped back to Ika before we went to Taku.
I don't know, but I'd rather go to Taku. I don't really want to talk about Ika because that was nonsense and nothing really happened there. Something did happen.
I was going to say,
we can talk about Ika. Let's go to Ika. Yeah. So we go to Ika, and Romeo and Drea are talking, and they're like, it has to be an idol somewhere here. It has to be. Like, nobody's found it yet. It has to be. And if we can't find it, that means somebody else finds it, blah, blah, blah.
They're both super fans as well. So, like,
exactly.
It's a good observation on I think this was day 10.
Yeah, something
day
like
10
that.
or 11. Because I know the person who got eliminated on day 11, but I don't know whether it was whatever day it was. But early on in the game, we're almost halfway through this game, and to our knowledge, no one has an idol. Again, that's suspicious. That's weird.
Right. So they were like, you know what? Let's go look for the idol. I mean, people can say what they want to say. It's only 4 of us. 2 of us go look for the idol. Let's go look for the idol. So they get up and they head out to go look for this idol. And see, this is where all the rumors and the way they edit things had to try to make us believe one thing.
I was gagged and gooped, Lana. I was gagged and also gooped.
Yes, they tried to make us believe one thing when it wasn't, but here we go. Romeo was like, I feel like I could trust Drea because Drea is literally going on this idol hunt with me. We're doing it together.
I love this duo.
I do love this duo. I love this duo so much. And then we got a little backstory on Romeo, and he was talking about how he loves women. He's in a profession where he coaches independent women to win these pageants, and he just feels more comfortable because his mother is his role model, and she was the independent woman, and he just loves women, and he loves doing pageant work because he can coach them to be more independent and get, and so he was like, and that's what he felt with Drea. The moment he got on the tribe, he was like, I felt that energy, and I knew then I wanted to work with her, and so they made their duo work, and they're working so well together.
Remember preseason when we were worried the most about Drea and Romeo on this tribe?
It feels so good to be wrong.
We were wrong about Drea, Romeo, Marianne. We were right about Mariah, though.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately.
And Jenny Kim.
I was very sad. I was sad about that.
Yeah. So they find the idol.
They find it. They find it together. And they it's the beware advantage, and so they find the beware advantage. Drea wastes no time. Drea was like, I find the advantage, I'm taking it. Yeah.
It's a Kennedy invasion.
Hello. Yes, Kennedy. Yes, Kennedy invasion.
Yes.
But so it doesn't, they don't they find it, and like I said, Drea wasted no time. She was like, I'm going to take it. It's fine. And yes. Say bye-bye. Tell her bye-bye. Tell everybody bye-bye.
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 Like, go see Kennedy. Go see Nene.
Yes, Drea wastes no time. She opens this, and the phrase was about potatoes or something.
Yes, it was. If potatoes have skin and we have skin, does that mean we were potatoes?
Yes, I am a potato.
I am a potato. I'm a potato.
Potato.
I'm a potato.
Yes. I figured you would know that reference, but it makes me very, very happy that you do. I walk around my apartment all the time and just like, I'm a potato.
I'm a potato.
Yes, Drea.
The second she read it and said it, I was like, I'm a potato. A potato.
We'll talk about Drea's gambit of advantages at the end of this episode.
No, let's talk about that because she mentioned it in this moment. Drea says, I have an amulet. I have an extra vote, and now I have an idol.
She has all three of the advantages that you could possibly have.
She is killing
I'm excited, but I'm also very scared.
Me too. Because see, this is the thing. I know Romeo knows about the extra vote and the idol. I don't think he knows about the amulet.
I don't think any of the three of them, between Lindsay, and Drea, I don't think any of them have said anything about it. We'll talk about that more when we get to the end. All three of them are going into merge. It's merge. But
well, they said not exactly, so I don't know.
Well, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, so Drea has the idol, Romeo's there, boop-a-doop-a-doop. Love this duo.
Mm-hmm. Now let's go over to the Taku tribe.
Let's head to Taku because this is a lot. So Lindsay and Marianne are talking about Mario Kart, and I would be that same person.
I love that.
I love Mario Kart.
First of all, what do you expect people to talk about on an island all day? They're going to talk about a gambit of
How
things.
beautiful the coconuts are.
No,
oh my God, the beach.
You can only talk about that so long. You start bringing in stuff you are interested in at home, and they found that they both love Mario Kart. Marianne says she's the whiz at Mario Kart. She'll beat anybody. And Lindsay's like, girl, please, I am the best. And
I now need a Survivor charity Mario Kart tournament hosted by Lindsay and Marianne. I need this to happen. I'm putting it in the universe. Y'all can have this idea for free. Just invite me. Like, please, I want to see this happen.
I just want to watch. I want to see Lindsay and Marianne. Somebody get them on a Twitch stream and let them.
Right?
Let them.
I'm like, what Survivor people are Twitch streamers? I don't even think a lot of them are.
You know what? We have a Twitch.
We do.
They have Twitters.
They do.
Why don't we try to set some stuff up?
I mean, it's a long shot, but I'll go with it.
Well, we can DM them and be like, hey, we saw you like Mario Kart. We're doing a Twitch stream where you could do the Mario Kart.
Well, I was gonna say the person probably closest or adjacent to all of that stuff would be Bryce Isaiah.
Right. True.
Is probably the person that would be like the closest.
Yeah.
But you could do it across shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could do like Survivor, Big Brother, Drag Race.
All the gamers in the reality show need to come together and do a Twitch stream and play a game. I mean, they did it for Among Us once before.
Well, I was going to say Bruno from Big Brother Canada does a lot of Twitch stuff with like BB Can alums. So like I would pay good money to see like Lindsay, Marianne, Sandra, Shan, like Liana, like all of our faves.
Yeah.
Bisexual King Ozzy Luth. Did you see that?
I saw that.
I was like, okay, period. Yes.
Bring in Hannah Chada.
Always bring in Hannah Chada.
Always
Everything.
bring in Hannah
Throw
Chada.
in Spicy V.
Period.
Like, why not?
Why not?
But yes, so they're talking about Mario Kart, and Jonathan is annoyed.
He's very annoyed. And I'm like,
we're starting to see the Jonathan that I honestly thought we were going to see from day one. Because I did not know how his personality was going to meld. And he got in very, very good. And now we're seeing the Jonathan that I kind of expected to see at the start. And it's understandable because, like, that's just not your thing. His reaction was a little,
see, this is my thing. I didn't mind him being annoyed. You can be annoyed.
Sure.
It's fine to be annoyed because after so many days of you're together all the time and it's blah 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 blah, a lot of talking, it can get annoying. I'm like, bruh, you don't have to sit there and listen to that. You can always just take a break, like, yo, I'm going to sit at the beach. So they don't think you're just going looking for idols. Go sit where they can see you. So I just need a moment to meditate, gather my thoughts.
I just need a moment to myself, honestly.
Exactly. And it's fine. It's like, I just need a moment to breathe. And, you know, I would always, like, I never feel like people always get the bad rap for going off by themselves because they think they're idol hunting. Yeah. If it was me, and I'm not trying to be caught up in the idol hunting thing, I'm like, I just need a moment. I would go sit right on the beach where everybody can see me from camp.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to hear your conversation, but I don't have to be so far away where you can't see me.
Exactly.
And you won't think I'm doing something suspicious. So I'm like, let me just go and sit by the beach. And that's where you can get your peace, is by the water, listen to the waves. And it's just like,
you're in Fiji. Like, I understand it's Survivor, but like, enjoy. Yeah.
Take a moment. But like, he just got really annoyed. But what annoyed me about him getting annoyed is he was only annoyed with Marianne. And I'm like, why are we annoyed with Marianne? I mean, like, Lindsay was doing just as much talking. Thank you. She was doing just as much talking as doing just as much talking as Marianne was doing. And so I didn't understand why he felt the need to just, Marianne's getting on my nerves. Marianne's, it comes down to it. She has to go, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like,
annoyed.
Omer was the one. Oh, wait, before we get to that. Then, yes, go ahead. I think you were going to this next part.
You go right ahead.
Because then he's chopping bamboo, and Marianne happens to be walking up, and he chops the bamboo right where her foot is. And so she screams, obviously, because she's like, yo, you almost cut my foot off. And he's like, I didn't hit you. And she was like, my foot was underneath the bamboo. And he's like, well, why your foot under it? She was like, this is my workspace. He was like, but I'm dropping. Why would you? It was just such a petty fight for no reason. No reason to have that fight. But, you know, it was just dumb.
There's no reason.
It was just dumb.
Horrible. Anyway, so that happens, and we move on to immunity. And immunity is some good old obstacle, throw stuff. As Survivor does. You know, the good old obstacle, throw stuff. I don't remember what they were throwing. I'm going to be real honest. Sandbags, as always. Yes, of course. And it was Omer that was struggling.
Yes. Omer did a lot. Well, it was the key. It was the untying and unknotting of the, because first they had to go, and it was the first one the key? No, the first one was the key.
Yeah, it was the key.
Yeah, the first thing they had to do was unknot the key, and the key would come down. Then they had to unlock it, get all the sandbags, gather the sandbags, and then sling it on the thing. Yep. So we start the thing, and Ika Ika tribe out the gate killing it. Out the gate.
Out the gate killing it.
Out the gate killing it. They, I forget who was on the key, but they were.
Romeo?
They did really Romy?
I don't remember. I'm going to be real honest.
I think it was. Was it Romy? Tori.
It was Tori.
No, it was
Tori,
on the key. Yeah, Tori was on the key, and she whipped that thing around. Vati was behind them, getting it with Oh wait, before we start.
So we forgot to mention.
Yeah, Vati has to sit one out, and who comes up and says, "I add no value to this." Dang.
Yeah, we know. But there's another thing, Lana, we forgot to talk about. The idols get activated.
Oh, yes! The idols do get
activated. Goes ahead and talks about her potato. And Marianne goes ahead and talks about her bunny in a mailbox eating dinner. And Mike is like, well, I guess I'm activating this.
Because
I thought it was a good move from Mike, honestly.
I do too. I don't think it was a bad move that he activated. It's like, sure, they know you got it. That's fine. It is what it is. But you got it. Yeah. So if they do try to come for you, you got it.
Yeah.
So
now Drea, Marianne, and Mike now all officially have fully activated idols, and they all now have votes again. Thank goodness.
Yes. Can I just say this? I don't mind Mike having an idol. I kind of like Mike having an idol. I think Mike needs the idol.
I kind of like Mike.
I do like Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period. I like Mike. Period. No pause, no comma. I like Mike.
Yeah.
But just think about the possibilities right now if Chanel had that idol.
Oh. Imagine the power.
Could you imagine Chanel, Drea, and Marianne all having that?
I would cry. I'm just happy, spoiler, I'm just happy they all made merge. So that's where I'm at. But yes, throwing. And Ika wins first. Is this their
Ika wins first. Roxroy knocks it down, and he gets the sandbags, and he knocks them down for him. And so Rock showed that he is able to do what he needs to do. And then it came Omar finally. Oh my God. This is the first time we've seen Taku struggle in a challenge this bad.
Yeah.
This bad. And I was sitting there like the whole time I was like, if Taco loses this thing and they send Marianne home because of this and it wasn't even her fault, I'm going to be annoyed.
I have really good faith that she would have played her idol. Honestly, I think she would have.
Yeah, I think she would have too, because I know she would have known.
Would have sent imagine that universe where Marianne plays her idol and gets Jonathan out
home.
Could you imagine? Well, that's not what happened because
that's not what happened.
Taku ends up getting it because Jonathan is a beast.
Because again, Jonathan comes through at the end when Omar finally gets that key down. Jonathan gives them sandbags. I think he did it 3 times. And not both. He
really is not making it easy for himself in this merge situation.
No, because
it's also not even like there's that many big guys in this cast period, let alone big guys left in the game.
Exactly.
So, but we'll talk about that. So before they go back to their camps, we got another journey to go
on.
And so Ika picks who they pick? Lydia. They pick Lydia, and then they can choose from either their tribe or Taku, and Rox volunteers to go. So it's Lydia and Rox going on the journey. And this is probably the most interesting to analyze journey that we've seen across both seasons, because they are just not giving each other anything.
Nothing. They are talking.
Nothing.
They're talking, and a lot of words are being said, but
they're saying everything and nothing at once.
Right? They're saying things, but they're saying nothing at the same time.
How do you feel about your tribe?
I mean,
feel
I feel
good.
good. I feel like we're okay. We're just getting, our
How do
footing.
you
How do
feel
you
about the
feel?
vote tonight? I really don't
I'm
know.
nervous. I don't know because I'm not there, so I'm always nervous. And I got votes last time, so I think I'm nervous. But I don't know because I'm not there, so I don't know.
Anyway, they split up, and I genuinely thought this was going to be either a double risk
Me
or
too.
one of them was going to risk, and then they both end up protecting.
Protecting.
This was not a super big blunder for Lydia. I'm going to say this is a major blunder in my opinion for Roxbury.
I agree because I feel like anytime you're not going to tribal, you risk the vote.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the other person who is going to tribal will always probably want to protect their vote because, even though Chanel didn't.
I was going to say, except for Chanel. But
I feel like usually, especially after talking to her, and she said she got votes the last time, so she's a little nervous. I would have been like, she's going to protect her vote, so I'm going to risk mine and get this extra vote. Roxroy needs it.
Exactly. Well, at this point, I was going to say they both know it's a risk or protect situation. They don't know what it is, but they know it's a risk protect situation because, like, Jenny had told her whole tribe before she left when she went on it, and then Rox had to have known from Drea from that tribal where Drea was like, or was it Drea or was it?
It was Drea because Drea has the extra vote.
Yeah, because Drea was like, I had a choice of risking or protecting, and I protected, which she didn't.
She didn't. Right.
Oh wait, no, that's what Chanel said. Never mind. I'm conflating everyone together. Not my intention, but anyway, Drea knew about it. I think she told them. Probably.
I think she told them, but I still felt like Rock should have went for it and just risked it because I'm like, if I'm next to the person who I'm going on this journey with somebody who's already on their way to tribal, they probably want to keep their vote.
But also, I do want to think about this in a season where we don't know when like merge is happening. Mm-hmm. I think I can understand it a little bit from Roxroy's perspective, and I just thought about this as well. He's on the bottom of this 3 presumably, and if they do another tribal challenge and they lose, he is the easy one to be eliminated. And if he doesn't have his vote in that scenario,
but you do still have your shot in the dark. Like, you can always go for it, even though that ain't been working for nobody.
Can they play the shot in the dark without a vote? I don't know.
I don't know.
We haven't seen that scenario, so I don't know per se.
I'm not sure.
If anybody knows, let us know. But I'm not sure. I think you have to have a vote in order to play the shot in the dark, in the same way that you have to have a vote in order to play your extra vote.
Sure, possibly.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, they both protect. We go back to camp over at Vati, and a whole lot of everything and nothing is happening here too. Like the vote is between Daniel and Chanel. We know this. Mike definitively is like, I'm voting Daniel.
Period.
And it comes down to Hai and Lydia, and I'm very happy Hai and Lydia are in this position, honestly. But Lydia gets back from the journey. Hai clues her in. There's like no time before tribal. I genuinely did not know how this was going to go down.
I didn't either. I didn't know who they decided for, because at one point I was like, it's definitely Chanel because I don't trust her at all. I trust you more. Then it was like, but I think Lydia trusts Chanel more than she trusts Daniel, and Hai trusts Daniel more than he trusts Chanel. So I think it just came down to a last minute who they felt they could work with more. And it was just weird. It was interesting because like Chanel and Daniel both was like, look, we know what it is. We just want to talk to everybody. And I want to, just give you my pitch and see, whatever happens. Just know. Like you said, Mike was like, Daniel, it is, period. That's what I'm doing. Chanel was like, 100%. Thank you. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And so it came down to how it is. So then we go to tribal.
And it's Survivor's best friends race, because everyone's going to be best friends after this. And Mike's like, I want to be best friends with who I'm voting out today. And I want to be best friends. Everybody's best friends. Best friends. And I was like, you know what? For once, I didn't hate that we were getting this like lovey-lovey tribal. knowing what ends up happening,
I mean, I didn't hate it at all. I love Chanel's reaction to it, though.
I love Chanel. Period. Like this
Chanel,
merge is going to be real difficult because I like most of these people.
Right?
So.
Chanel literally was like, I mean, it's great. It just seems very game to me to be talking about. He knows Mike, and he knows pulling on Mike's heartstrings is what you want to do. And so, he's trying to pull on the heartstrings, and he's like, "That's not game for me." I'm like, "It was totally game for you."
Chanel calling Daniel's every move out at this tribal was just everything I wanted to see. And then I thought because of that we were going to lose her, and I was really, really sad. But we go to the vote, and it's 2 votes Chanel, 2 votes Daniel, 1 vote left. And we're like, who's the last vote? Who's the last vote? And it's
no, it was 2 votes Chanel. 2 votes Chanel.
2 votes Daniel.
2 votes Daniel. 1 vote Chanel.
No. It was 2 Chanel, 2 Daniel, 1 Mike. And this had...
Oh, they did a revote. Oh, yeah, they did a revote. Yeah.
They did a revote because it was 2-2-1.
Yes.
We'll talk about that scenario in just a hot second because I want to dive into it. Because it had Twitter pressed, and I thought this is one of the smartest moves I've seen in a long-ass time.
Me too.
So, Chanel and Daniel are in the tie. We revote. Bye, Daniel.
Bye.
Anyway, I want to talk about Chanel's move because everyone was like, oh my God, why did Chanel vote for Mike? Oh my God, why did Chanel? I know exactly why too.
Go ahead.
Because Daniel is not, in Chanel's mind, Daniel is not above playing his shot in the dark. And if Chanel had voted for Daniel, Daniel plays his shot in the dark. On the off chance Daniel gets safety, it's then 3 votes headed to Daniel, 1 vote on Chanel. Chanel goes home.
Right.
So putting her vote on Mike, if it had gone that way, Daniel wouldn't have voted, and it would have been 1-1 between Chanel and Mike. And in that scenario, I don't know what would have happened, honestly.
I think Chanel still would go because I feel like...
I think Chanel still would go as well.
But it was a risky
genius. A risky genius move.
And she could put that vote on Mike. I mean, on Daniel. Be like, Daniel voted for you. I didn't vote for you.
Yeah. That's the Orger in her. That's what I've been wanting to see because that's some bullshit that only comes out in Survivor orgs, honestly. And so, like, I love Chanel. But we get so Daniel, bye.
Right. We don't even talk.
Overall, a pre-jury of people I'm sad that we lost and Daniel.
And Daniel. Right. I'm going to say sad I lost and Daniel.
Yeah, because Jackson...
Jackson was because he pre-jury even before the show.
Exactly.
But we lost Zach,
that's who it was. I was like, oh, Mariah,
Jenny, and Swati.
Those at least one Asian person made it to merge. That's what I'm happy about. Because I was like, I'm nervous for Hai because I wasn't. But
I wasn't really nervous for Hai because Hai did what I needed to do to make sure he was in the position where he was in, and I was like, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So we do see the preview, and Jeff is like, drop your buffs, it's merge, kind of.
He said, drop your buffs, and they were like, is it merge? He was like, kind of.
So they did this last season. I'm mad that I think they're bringing the exact same thing back. Yep. It's good old Erica's hourglass.
Yep.
I'm kind of annoyed. If it's the exact same thing, I'm going to be really annoyed. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
If it's a little different, I'm interested to see. I'm reserving my opinion. I'm interested to see what they do. But I think the first time in Survivor history, I probably am wrong. I'm probably wrong. But we are going into merge with 3 tribes at a 4-4-4. Everyone is even.
Yep.
And I love that, honestly. My OCD ass is like, yes, I'm so on board with this. Absolutely.
So yeah, I love that, and I feel like the way the merge can it can be set up is going to be interesting. I think whatever happens to whoever goes away on this island of whatever
Yeah.
they're gonna do, and if they shatter the hourglass, they probably will. That tribe is going to probably reap the reward of that person going away. So I think
Yeah.
they'll be able to, wherever the majority of their tribe is,
Yeah. Yeah.
it'll, if they do it the same way,
I
I
really
hope they
hope they
do something
change it.
different.
Yeah.
But I would hope they will, but I don't see the reason for them to do it because season 42
Yeah.
was filming right after season 41 and they didn't even get
Yeah.
to see it. So they don't know. It's new to them.
Everything that's happening this season is new to them, even though it's not new to us.
It's not new to us. And that's what they should take into consideration because yes, it's new to them. But us as the viewers are like, we don't want to see the same thing over again.
And I'm hopeful in that regard that Jeff, at the start of the season, said a lot of things are going to be the same from 41, but some things are going to be different. Merge is what I hope is different.
I think it should be if it's not.
It should be, right?
It should be. Like, this should be the thing that's different because everything else seemed, pretty much the same. We got, thing. But I feel like this needs to be different. It doesn't, it just needs to be a little bit.
So as a reminder for everybody, we've got Vati going in, 3 queer people and Mike. I love it. I think it's what, 4 out of the 5 queer people made merge.
Yes.
With the only other one being Jackson.
Right, and who just was sent away.
Yes.
So it's not like Jackson voted out.
Exactly. We got Jonathan, Lindsay, Marianne, and Omer coming from the old Taku, and the most rambunctious, and I don't even know what's going to happen with this group, Drea, Roxroy, Romeo, and Tori. But all 3 Black women made merge.
And Roxroy.
I'm happy. And Roxroy. That's literally it, yeah. Were there only 4 Black people on this season?
Well, not Marianne. Mariah.
Oh, yes. Okay. I was like, there's more than 4. I just couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't think. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people of color.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take that as a win.
We definitely will.
8 POCs, 4 queer people, all 3 Black women. I'm really excited.
Diversity at its finest.
Truly that. I'm really excited for this merge, honestly. Mm-hmm. The pre-merge has been kind of meh, I'll be honest.
The pre-merge has been up and down. It's been ebb and flow. Like, we started out great, then we dropped, then we got it good, then we tried. It's just been ebb and flow for me. I think merge is going to give us what we've been looking for because we all know.
I hope so.
Look, as gamers, we all know jury is a whole nother game. Once you hit merge, once you hit jury, you turn it up or you get put out quickly. So I think these people are going to realize, some later than others. I think Rockroy is going to be in some kind of trouble. Jonathan also might be in some kind of trouble.
Jonathan, I could honestly see Mike in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
I don't think Lindsay in trouble. Tori in trouble.
It's the adapting well for me that's going to get some people in trouble, and I think Roxroy doesn't adapt, so he'll get in some trouble. Mike is another one who doesn't adapt well, so I think that'll get him into some trouble. Jonathan, he'll adapt, but they just don't want him in there because they know he can win everything, so he's just going to be in trouble.
Yeah, because in reality, we have kind of 4 solid pairs going in Hai and Lydia, Jonathan and Lindsay. I would put Marianne and Omer together, honestly, at this point. And then Drea and Romeo with the other what is that, 6? No, the other 4.
Romeo,
and Chanel, Mike, Rox, and Tori kind of being these like free agent whatevers. I'm excited.
I am too. I'm ready to see what happens.
I pulled up the Survivor Wiki really quick just to make sure we remember who has what going into merge. So, like we talked about, Drea has the amulet.
A plethora of stuff. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the amulet, the extra vote, and the immunity idol. Hai has the amulet. Lindsay has the amulet. Marianne has an idol and an extra vote. Mike has an idol, and Romeo has an extra vote.
Romeo has an extra vote?
Drea gave her extra vote to Romeo.
I don't think she did.
According to the Survivor Wiki, Romeo has Drea's extra vote.
I don't think she did. Romeo, they talked about it, but they didn't need to do it because they didn't go to Tribal.
Well, then I guess Romeo still technically has it.
She never gave it to him.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. She never gave it to him. That Wiki's wrong.
Anyway.
She never gave it to him.
Cool. Anyway, that's episode 5. We're excited for Merge next week.
We are excited for Merge.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's it. We got it done in under 45 minutes. We're grateful. That's very happy for us. We don't usually do it. But you know what to do. Follow, like, subscribe to all of us, our channel. If you like what you see, comment below what you thought about the show. Thank you for putting up with all my Kennedy invasions. That's great. It might happen again tomorrow. We never know. But you know. Who knows? And follow us on Twitter at @thecup_reality so you know exactly when we're going to go live or when we're going to drop a recording because we got so much content for you.
I'll be starting more consistent schedules.
No, we won't.
I've been real bad about it. I'm going to do my best. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to do my best.
Say the best. We look here. Look here, people. We're humans and we're tired. We have jobs. So we don't always do exactly what we're saying we're going to do the exact time we're going to do it. But no, it always gets done. So
and it's always quality entertainment. So
that's what I'm saying. Just follow us on the Cup at _reality, and when it drops, you'll know. Or you subscribe to our YouTube, so when all of our recordings and our live things drop, you'll know. Yeah. So, and if you're feeling, like you can't get enough of me and Logan, and why shouldn't you? Follow us on Twitter. You see our stuff down there. Follow us on Twitter. We're great people to follow, and we love new followers.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's it. So, Logan, my love, I bid you some cheers.
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 Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Stan Marianne for clear skin.
Always.
And Chanel and
Andrea. We love them.
Come on, Merge. Let's get